First things first, when you come to my channel, it's either my way or you can hit the highway.
Man, I just did it on them. Did it on them. Put your number 2s in the air if you did it on them.
Hello, EJ Empire. Welcome back to my channel. So, this video is going to be like a continuation of the introduction of who I am, why I act the way I act, why I'm so sassy, how am I so positive, you know, like tips, things I noticed in my introduction video, my first YouTube video. And it's like, we're gonna have a fun time, you know. So sit down, get some chips or popcorn, get your tea, and enjoy the video. So firstly, we're gonna start off with what I noticed in my previous video. So I noticed I was doing like a lot of hand motions, a lot of clapping, snapping. I noticed that. I'm gonna try to do less of that in the future, but until now, you're gonna get all of these hand gestures. Nextly, I wanted to talk to you guys about how am I so positive? Like, how do I do this every single day? How am I always in my right state of mind, always doing positive things, always thinking positive, and always being positive, you know? Basically, it's like you either let the past hurt you or you learn from your past. Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying it right. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But what I do is I learn from my past and I let it be a lesson to me. And I take that into consideration and apply it to my everyday life. Like, okay, my past need to be my motivation. Okay, that happened in the past, so I'm gonna use that as my motivation for the next day or for tomorrow or for next year or for next month. You know, like I'm gonna use that for motivation to keep me uplifted and happy and positive, you know, because there's people out there that wish they had what I had. They wish they lived in the house that I live in. They wish they had the iPhone X. They wish they had all of the advantages that I have. And I can't really take too much stuff for granted. And I'm positive about everything. I'm always making people laugh. You know, I'm always uplifting people. And like, everyone needs a positive person, an inspirational person in their life. And I'm usually that person to anybody I know. Like, if you just need any advice and tips, hit my line. Like, you know, I got you. I'm here to listen. I'm mainly a listener than a talker, but I give off more of a talker than a listener. But in reality, I'm more of a listener than a talker. I will listen to your story. You can tell me about anything, and I would just sit there and listen. And I will listen. And I will listen. And I will listen. Because people need somebody that wants to listen and hear what they have to say. Because there's not like a lot of that in this everyday life anymore. People, they be listening to reply, don't listen to understand. And that's what I'm here for. I listen to understand, and then I get my response. After I done listened, I got the concept, I comprehended what you were saying. Here's my advice, you know. And a lot of people, they don't know that. They listen to what you had to say, and then they reply just like that. They don't understand what you were saying. They didn't comprehend what you were saying. They wasn't listening just so they can give a accurate response, you know. They just listen to what you were saying, and then boom. You know, it's kind of like a fight. You know, the one person explaining their side of the story, the other person explaining their side of the story, but they're not listening to each other's side of the story, so they're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Next thing you know, and it's like, after the fight, they end up talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. If I was to be able to listen and understand what you were saying, we didn't have to fight. That's why it's good to talk things out. If you have a problem with somebody, go to them personally and talk it out. Because if you're going off he say, she say, you're just gonna get all confused, mixed up words, false stories, and then it's like y'all at a brawl. Anyways, moving on. Who am I? Well, my name is EJ. I'm 16. I live in the United States of America, you know.
This is America.
I had like a rough past, you know. I'm pretty sure majority of the people on this earth had a rough past. And a lot of people don't know how to live on after the past. Me, I don't run from my past. I know what happened in the past. I know it's in the past, and I'm learning from the past. I don't want it to happen again, so I need to do something with my life. I need to be a bigger person, you know. I need to build myself up. I need to be positive, surround myself with positive people, because if I don't, then it's going to just bring me back down to where I don't want to be. I don't want to spill too much information because, you know, that stuff can be painful when it gets shot back at you and people are nitpicking at you about it and steady coming for your neck about it, you know. I was once mother, a father, and it was me, my sister, and my brother. We all lived happily like a normal family, you know. We was in a nice house, you know, a nice neighborhood. Everybody got along. Relationships, they happen on and off. And then next thing you know, divorce happened, and then we end up like not stable, you know. We wasn't on track. We wasn't stable at all. We had to like live with family members, live in shelters, and just like it was just like a whole lot. We've been through that for 2 years straight. It was like at least 2 or 3 years. We've been doing that like cycle, and this was when I was like 4 or 5, I think. And it was just like I knew it was hard for my mother because I knew she wanted to be the best mother to us, and I know it, and I know how it hurts her, and it like breaks my heart when I have to see and hear her cry and knowing that she's doing her best to get us back on track. And now we're back on track. We got the ball rolling. We're happy. We live in life, and I'm just like yes. And from that. Reason why, and that brings into my next part of the story and this video of why am I so sassy and why I have such a smart mouth. Okay, I'm naturally like that. Like, I was naturally born like this. I always been sassy. I can't say I've always been sassy, but I've always been like a smart aleck. Always had something to say, always clap back. But it really started to trigger as I got older because of all the stuff that I was seeing and all the stuff that was happening. And it was just like, okay, no, because I'm showing my weak side. So at that time I needed to attack. Like I needed to attack anybody that came towards me. Like I had to attack, like I was in attack mode. Time somebody would say something to me, I'll attack them back. And it was just like that. But I learned as I got older, like now, I learned that no, every action doesn't need a reaction. And I'm learning that. A lot of stuff that has been happening to me, I don't even respond back. I can look at it, I can hear you saying it, I can see you doing it, but will you get a reaction out of me? No, because what is that gonna help? That's not gonna help me pay my college tuition or my college fees or my student loans. That's not gonna help me graduate high school. That's not gonna help me get my new car. That's not gonna help me pursue my dreams. It's not, all it's gonna bring is more negative vibes into my life, which I don't need. So I just don't even react anymore. Like, if you got something mean to say it by all means. But would I clap back every time? No. But will I? Yes. I definitely will, because I'm not gonna let you think you can run over me though, because you're not about to run over me and think I'm not gonna say nothing bad. Just because I don't say something immediately or every time does not mean I will eventually. My sass come from entertainment. I'm such a fun, energetic person. I'm hyper at times. And just being sassy, it brings my personality out to and who I am. So being sassy and petty is just a part of my personality. It's who I am. It makes me me. It makes me different. It makes me stand out. I guess you could say I'm a diva. Hey, it is what it is. If you guys need some advice, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at IamEJ__, or hit me up in my DMs on Twitter at IamEJ__, or you could send me a snap on Snapchat as yes, I'm EJ. Or you could DM me on Musically, but my Musically DMs don't work. Musically, y'all need to fix yourself because this is ridiculous. This is like a little more in-depth video, like I'm saying in the beginning. Like a little more in-depth video of who I am and my personality and why I act the way I act and stuff like that. My next video is gonna be a Q&A from Musically. So if you're on Musically, make sure you guys leave your questions over there. I will post a video soon asking you guys to leave your questions, and I'm gonna answer your questions. EJ Empire, bring on the sass. Stay positive, think positive. Always do positive things, and always remember to smile, because you smiling can be a lifesaver of somebody else. You never know. Thank you for watching my video. Bring on the sass. Cue the music. Love yourself. And we go.